Hi, welcome to Song Stories. I'm Leslie Rohonczy. This week I'm featuring a song called Nowhere to Hide. I wrote this one in 2019 and the inspiration was really exploring how fear shows up in our lives. And this is a really common theme in my songs, along with water metaphors. Similar to songs like Ride the Dragon or Good Enough or Entourage or Cry for the World. The lyrics to Nowhere to Hide are dark and they're mysterious. And there's a lot of imagery that I use in the song, like thunderclouds and red morn sky, molten soil starts to boil. And there's a sailing theme that kind of carries us through the song. I talk about fear as if, you're in a little sailing boat in the middle of this gale force storm on the ocean all by yourself. And that's what it can feel like sometimes when that fear really takes hold of us. My favorite lines are in the bridge. What do you do when you can't push through, adrift so far from shore? No land in sight, fading light, and you've lost both oars. It can really feel like that sometimes when we're triggered with our fear. For the production on Nowhere to Hide, we tried a lot of different things with this one, but the more we worked with it, the more it really wanted to be this kind of ragtag, quirky, kind of dark little song. So we surrendered to that and we let it be what it wanted to be.
As we started production for this song, we had Chris Houle come in and lay down his usual magic for the drums. But as the song progressed, we realized that a full drum kit made the song sound too warm and feel good. And we wanted that dark and ominous feel. So we basically used a couple little hits of his drums and didn't use the drum kit. And we had Leslie add a bunch of congas into the choruses. And they sounded like this. There's Chris's hits. And then...
What I picture in my head is this little New Orleans funeral band. They're usually like a little pickup band of all kinds of really different, unique instruments, trombones and tubas, and they will march through the streets as part of the funeral procession. So that's what I had in my head when this song was coming in. It was like, that's what it wants to be. So that's what we did. For this funeral marching band, I played the synth and we sampled some sounds for trombone and a tuba, and also a cello and a violin.
So really sort of an unusual combination, helping to promote that sort of ragtag feel for this funeral march idea. Kind of spooky, sound like this.
Here's Scott talking about his approach to the guitars.
Not a lot of guitar tracks, no electric tracks, 4 acoustic guitar tracks. And for the chorus, we wanted to incorporate this syncopated feel on the acoustic rhythm pattern, which for me was really hard to play. It sounded like this.
Of percussion in this song, and it was so much fun to do. I'm going to read the list of stuff we have in here. Vibroslap, hand cymbals, 8 congas, cowbell, castanets, a wood block, and even goat's toenails. I call them that. They're not really goat's toenails. They're actually these, I think they're nuts, the great big things that somebody strung together with cords, but they look like goat's toenails, and when you rattle them, they have this kind of ragtaggy sort of sound.
In case you don't know, goat's toenails sound like this. And then all of them together, they sounded like this.
Here's Scott with his approach to the bass.
We really wanted to create that sort of marching feel for it. So very straightforward.
There are also 3 flutes that I played in the intro.
It was the lead instrument of the song, and it really helped to push that darkness and that spookiness of the song. It sounded like this.
effect that is a thunder stick, which is this long tube with a kind of curly wire on the end of it that you swing around and it makes a sound like thunder, which was so fun. And we've got a banjo in here as well. Check it out.
In our search for looking for unusual and dark instruments to add to the song, we added 3 banjo tracks actually, and we even took one of those and dropped it down an octave to give it that dark, sort of haunting feel.
So here comes Nowhere to Hide. Please share with your circle, leave me a comment below if you can, and enjoy.
Hear the drumbeat warn as thunderclouds form. Storm is on the rise. Coming gale for speed. Sailors take heed, it's a red morn sky. Winds of change are threatening danger. Rain starts to pour. Better bolt the latches, batten down the hatches, and close the damn door. It's a full bore downpour, soaking me to my core. It's a wild-eyed terror ride with nowhere to hide. Feel the molten soil start to boil, slowly sinking down. Ice cold fear, I will disappear, never to be found. Can't catch my breath as certain death rolls in with the tide. God knows what fate lies in wait on the other side. It's a full bore downpour, soaking me to